Hi everybody, we are going to get started with our June Club Q kit. And this month we have some fun summery kits, lots of fun colors, kind of summer theme. We are using oranges, yellows, blues. The actual powder puffs that we suggest are Mango Mai Tai, Citrine, and Caribbean Blue. But as you can see, there's lots of different colors of yellow in here and blue and oranges. So you go ahead and choose the colors that work for you. We are going to go ahead and get started. And I usually like to do the cutting diagrams first. So I'm going to do that so that we can get our trimmer out of the way. Other than these two cutting diagrams, the only thing that you'll need to cut is your words here. So we'll go ahead and do the cutting diagram. And I like to set it just right in the corner here so I can see it as I'm cutting. I'm going to do this orangey pink coral color paper. And I'm going to cut out the 4.5 by 7 first. So I'll put this in at 4.5 and cut. And then turn it and we'll do 7. And as we go along, if you need to pause this and get caught up or get your papers cut, just hit pause and then start up again when you're ready. So we have a 4.5 by 7. This piece is just extra. A lot of times we use the scraps. This one we're not using, so you can save that or get rid of it. This is your 4.5 by 7 we will be using. Now we need 6 3.25 by 3.25. So what I'm going to do is put this in long way here and cut it at 3.25. And I'll move that one out of here and cut it again at 3.25. So you have 2 strips that are 3.25 by 12. And this last little strip is extra. You can get that out of the way. And what I'm going to do is put these two together. And we're going to cut 3.25 inch squares. So put those both in. And when I'm doing 2 papers together, I want to push up with your trimmer so that your paper isn't moving around. If you push up, it pushes against that and makes it straight. And again in at 3.25. I'm going to start with my trimmer down here and push up. And then one more cut at 3.25. And these little pieces are left over. These would be cute little tags though. Trim the corners. Okay, so you have 6 3.25 inch squares. And, oh, the yellow piece. Don't get rid of this yet. So the yellow piece, it actually has lots left over as well. So there's lots of extra paper there that you'll have left over to use for somewhere else on the page or with another page, maybe with paper that came in your paper pack. We are going to do the 3 by 3 squares. So we'll cut this strip first at 3 inches. And then I'm going to turn this and cut these all at 3 inches. So you should have 4 3-inch squares right now. And we need 2 more. So I'm going to turn this sideways and cut 3-inch strip. And 3 again. So you have a total of 6 yellow squares, 3 inches. And then anywhere on this paper you can do your 4.5 by 6 3/4. Oh no, it's 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. So I'm gonna go in at 4 1/4. This is just leftover, so you can get rid of that or use it for something else. And then turn it 6 3/4 this way. This is extra, good for a little tag or something too. Okay, and after that cut, we have all the cutting diagrams done. There's one more cut here. It's not a diagram, but the 2.5 by 12 inch aqua paper, which is this one here. This will be cut into 2 1 1/4 by 12. So put it in long way, and we're gonna put it in at 1 1/4. And we'll cut this into 2 equal strips like that. Okay? Now we can get your trimmer out of the way. And we'll get started. The die cuts, I punched all of mine out, and then I just left them in a pile by color so that I can grab what I need as I go. And some of these, I just kept all of them because this could be used for something. But some of these skinnier ones, they just came out of the inside of this so that the one in the middle made the right size. This isn't actually being used, but it's a cute little frame if you want to use it on something else or somewhere else on the page. Okay, so we will get started, and we are going to start with the strip of paper that we cut, the aqua strip, and we have one for each page. If you want to, you can chalk these up as you go. Totally up to you. This is going to go, let's see, I'll give you the exact measurement. I say about 1.5 inches in, 1.5 inches. I know some people work in exact, so I want to get you the exact measurement there. So 1.5 inches in from the right side of the page. And 1.5 inches up from the bottom. And I actually cut my strips just a little bit different size, but it doesn't matter because you'll never know because it gets covered up with mostly pictures anyway. And from there, you just want to chalk up all of your pieces. I'm going to use, let's see, what do I have here that I like? I have petunia. Actually, I'm just going to use a darker yellow on this. So I have Summer Days. So any of the yellows would work on this one, or oranges. I might do a couple different colors just so you can see what it looks like. This is Petunia, and it leaves kind of a peach color on the side. Oh, mine's running out. I've had this one for a little over a year now. I actually like the powder puffs when they start to run out some. It looks a little chalkier even than normal. So there's Petunia, if you like that, with the orange around the edge. I also have Jade, which you could use a little green. This is totally up to you. And it kind of depends on what pictures you're using. If you want to use a color that matches your pictures, that is totally up to you also. This is Weeping Willow, which is more of like an olive green. It's still looks fun and summery with this. It's kind of bright. So you choose what works for you. Maybe another one in yellow just because I got this started. I'm going to get them all chalked up here. I like the greens on it because it also turns out kind of blue with the green and yellow together. Okay. Okay, so for your large photo, we have the kind of coral orangey color with the yellow on top, and you can go ahead and adhere these together. The one thing that I would say don't glue down yet is your circles if you do not have pictures in them yet. But these photo mats you can glue together and get them onto the page. And this goes about an inch in from the left side and an inch down from the top. Not quite an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch down from the top. So it gives room for your pictures down here. Now the orange ones that go on, this little coral color, these go on so that the strip is centered, and these go on straight and evenly spaced. I'm going to start here. And then the yellow ones go on at an angle on top of it, which you don't have to. You can make them straight. I know I laugh because my sister, she does everything straight. It has to be straight. I am kind of crooked, so I did mine at an angle and turned them each different way. So totally up to you. You can even angle the back ones if you want. Okay. Same on this side. Oops, I'm missing one. Are they stuck together? I'm gonna have to cut another. Maybe I didn't cut it. Okay. And again, it's up to you which color and what angle you want to put it. Your sun, we have these in 3 different parts here so that you can chalk them up in 3 different colors. I love the look of that. So I'm going to, actually on the outside, I'm going to do yellow. With these more flimsy pieces that are a little more delicate, you can also lay these on a piece of paper and just pat this on there if you want the color all over also. It is a, it's totally a preference, so whatever your preference is. If you want to color the entire thing, you can just lay it down and pat it. If you want just the edges, you could do that. So this inner circle, I'm going to make a different color. I'm going to put that orange, or this peach color, petunia, which is drying out a little bit. Oop. This is probably a better one to lay down and pat. But we just split this up a little bit so it was easy to add some different colors to your sunshine. And these, if you want to, you can just lay these out until you have them exactly where you want them and then glue it down. You also have the choice of putting a picture inside of this as well. I'm just going to do the sun and do the center of it yellow, but if you want to, you can definitely use that as a frame. You could use it, put a little journaling in it. You could put some words in it. Oops, I got blue on there. And that goes right in the center. And then from there, you can see on here, we're just layering up the circles and putting pictures behind it. One way to get your pictures to fit exactly is to just take your frame, lay it onto your picture. Oh, I wish I had one right here to show you. Lay it onto your picture and just trace around the outside. And then when you pick up your picture, you want to cut just on the inside of where you traced, and that'll fit right behind your photo. Or I mean, right behind your frame here. So I'm just going to follow the picture and kind of lay these out. You can, when you are layering them like that, you can go ahead and glue that down. So there's a big yellow one with a skinnier blue. There's a medium dark blue with a skinnier yellow. Whoops, that's not right. So this is just kind of mixing and matching here. And then you lay them out to what works for you. If you don't have enough pictures to fill all of these circle frames, you can always add back in some of the circles. We are going to use some of the circles to tuck in around, but you use them wherever you like on your page. I'm just lining these up like I have it on the direction sheet. But if it works better with your photos to do something else, you go right ahead. And these I added just a little color to the edges before I put them down. And these are just a little extra decorations, so place those wherever it works for you in your pictures. On this side, this is actually going to be a little, chalk that too, a little pocket. So if you do glue this down, you want to just kind of put along the bottom for the adhesive so that you can tuck little tags and stuff in. Okay. You have little brads that go into the top of your tags. These little tags are really good for writing a year or a date on. They're so tiny it doesn't really hold a picture, but I use these a lot to just write a date. And then it's just matching up some of these circles that are left. And you have extra, so feel free. There's some skinny yellow. I mean, if you want to tuck behind something, it's kind of fun. Those are all leftovers, so I'm going to move this down a little bit. This is why I like to get things laid out before I actually start gluing, so I know exactly where I want things. One more of these here. After you add your pictures in there, you'll want to glue those down. And then you have some leftover circles, and these can go anywhere you like. Let me chop this up, make it a little brighter. This is how we have it on the instruction sheet, but you add wherever you need to for a little extra. And then you have your little, I call them dovetails. And these can get tucked in after you chop them up I would add a little orange to these, maybe in a chalk, because just to brighten that up. So it looks kind of funny without pictures, but once you have your pictures in here, super cute, easy summer layout. And then the last thing to do is to put your little buttons onto the tops of each little photo mat there, and you are set. So I hope you find the perfect pictures for these. It actually holds quite a few. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13 photos. So this one has tons of summer photos on it. I hope you get the perfect pictures for it this summer. And we appreciate you being a Club Q member, and we'll see you next time.